You guys are back in the old school. Hey guys, I'm the Retro Reject, and this video doesn't need a very long introduction, because as I promised in the previous video, this is an episode review of the spin-off show to Hazbin Hotel, and this show is known as Helluva Boss, which is made by the same creators as Hazbin Hotel, which they're a YouTube channel known as Vivziepop. Now, like Hazbin Hotel, Helluva Boss is pretty much a series of videos that is meant for mature audiences. And like what I did with the Hazbin Hotel review, I'm going to be doing the same thing for this review, where I'll be censoring any cuss word they say and cutting out any segments that are a little bit risky for my audience, so then that everybody can enjoy this video without having to worry about those mature things. Now, I'm not going to be reviewing episode 1 of Helluva Boss. I'm actually going to be reviewing episode 3. And the reason why is I wanted to choose a video where it had all of our main characters involved with the story, and as well as choosing a video that kind of encapsulates everything of what Helluva Boss is. And I gotta say, this video is probably the most entertaining of the Helluva Boss series, but it's probably not the best one, but it pretty much gets the big idea of what the Helluva Boss series is about. So, without any further ado, let's get on into it! So the episode begins with our main character Blitz, who is driving a van with his employees on their way to work, in which Blitz is the boss of a company known as IMP, which basically the whole company's shtick is that they're assassins, and his employees are Luna, Millie, and Moxie, and at least 2/3 of them are not amused with what Blitz is doing in the van.
I love this song! You are my demon! The police one!
Oh, come on, you two, give him a break. He's doing basically the same thing I would do in my own car when I'm driving by myself. Now, as they get to work, they're about to park in their designated parking spot, but another car swoops in and takes that place, which Blitz is obviously not happy about it. But then he realizes the familiar face in that car who took that parking spot, which just makes him even more angry.
Oh. Veronica!
Blitzo.
I should have known you'd be here. I can smell fish for miles, which is odd because I believe the nearest ocean is 3 rings down!
And I should have known you'd be here when I heard the Amber Alerts.
Oh, yeah? I'm surprised they let your out of rehab. I can see you're still a drunken
Bazinga.
clutching onto that Bielsa juice bottle like it's the last in hell.
They let me out because I'm still famous.
But wait a minute. This is supposed to be hell. Why is there a rehab facility in hell? But anyway, this girl is Veronica Mayday, who is basically a big pop star in hell, and is also Blitz's ex-girlfriend. And the story of how they broke up is kind of hilarious.
No, you are not parking here for a week.
Aw, you mad, Blitzo? You gonna run off, leaving someone else to pay for the hotel room, steal their car, and run 3 rings to Rat and max my credit cards on horse riding lessons?
God damn it!
Oh.
You will not let that go!
Choke on a sandpaper.
Okay, not to sound like a professional criminal or anything, but seriously? Horse riding lessons was the best thing you could come up with to spend a celebrity's pop star's credit card on. For Pete's sake, I would go crazy with something like that. But then again, I wouldn't be doing that because credit card fraud isn't a very serious crime. But down here in hell, any crime is not punishable. So yeah, I would go crazy with it down there in hell.
Ugh, I wasted so much time with a bag of holes like that.
You know Veronica Mayday?
Huh? Oh, yeah, her. Yeah, we dated.
Was it before or after she became a pop star?
You dated a pop star!
Okay, why are you all acting like that's such a shock?
Hello, it's Veronica Mayday.
It's you? Is she blind? Suffering some form of brain damage.
Okay, look, you are all making this into a way bigger deal than it needs to be. I don't pry into your stupid personal lives.
You do that
totally
all
do
the
that.
time, sir.
What was they're like?
Billy!
What? It's a pop star. You'd want to know what with Michael Crawford was like.
Touché.
Okay, this is gonna be a minor deviation, but does anybody remember the game Connectimals for the Xbox 360? Okay, well, in short, this was a game where you had to buy a certain system separately, which was something called the Kinect, and that thing was very divisive of how people viewed it. Some people liked it, some people hated it. But personally, I liked it, and I loved the game Connectimals. Even though now I don't know how this game would be viewed in our current times, because essentially the whole point of this game was that you would adopt one of 5 big cat cubs, which consist of a cheetah, a leopard, a tiger, a lion, or a black jaguar. And I chose the black jaguar and the African lion for obvious reasons. But essentially, you would be going on this fun adventure on this island with them, interacting with them, playing with them, doing fun mini-games with them, all the while searching for this lost treasure. And there was a specific character who would accompany you on this trip, who was basically this weird flying fairy creature. And tell me if his voice sounds familiar.
By the way, I'm Bumble. But enough about that. We've got to get you to Fur Town. The Cubs haven't had someone to play with since the captain left, and that's been a long time. We call this the bonding circle. It's a very special place.
Now we wait.
Sir, there is no way we are going to get enough clients by the end of the day with one poorly spelled, bad grammar flyer.
It's the same voice actor using the same voice for both characters. So now it's just got me wondering, what if Moxie actually played this character in that game? Because it would just make Connectimals an entirely different experience.
We aren't a family, sir. You are the boss. We are the employees. You treat her like she's some troubled teenager. She's more like a meth-addicted homeless woman you let man the phones.
But anyway, Blitz is still pissed with the fact that Veronica is taking their parking spot and has to be there for a full week, and so he's going to go to confront her, but all the while Luna got her eyes on Veronica's new Hellhound bodyguard, Vortex, and is starting to show that she has some feelings for him, and Blitz does not like that, and he then kind of goes into the cliche of him becoming an overprotective parent.
Sir, how about you let me go in and try to reason with her? I don't really listen to what's classified as pop genre music, so her status to me is name recognition alone, in my opinion. Derivative
Moxie,
of...
shut the up.
Alrighty then.
Now, even though they technically don't show what Veronica and her crew are doing to Moxie, it's kind of obvious. And, I think Blitz sums it up best and gives some really good advice.
Moxie, don't let her access any of your holes!
I gotta go lie down now.
Oh, this won't stand! All right!
Okay, that is the one censored word I did not put in this video. So, it just makes me question, what curse word was so bad that hell itself censored it? So with Blitz finally having enough of it, he proposes a deal to Veronica to get the parking spot back. And the bet is that Blitz and his team can kill more people on Earth than Veronica and her crew can perform what they're good at in the real world. On which Veronica happily agrees to it. So then Blitz, Moxie, Millie, and Luna all sit down trying to discuss a plan of how they're going to pull this off, which Blitz makes a plan, but it lacks a lot of details. So then Luna proposes to coming along with them to help them out, but Blitz is not so keen on that idea happening.
Absolutely not. I forbid it. Not gonna happen. Sorry, sweetie. Spring break is no place for young, vulnerable goth girls. You know, the kind of freaks up there who drool all over you.
Oh dear gosh, they heard what I said about Summer in the previous video.
Well, I can blend in with humans easy enough. Just let me tag along.
Wait, say that again.
I can blend in?
Do you have a human disguise?
Yeah, don't you? You three have been screwing around on Earth this whole time without human disguises?
Okay, new plan. Looney can help lure the humans to us, and we'll take care of the rest.
So the plan is set, and then they all head up to Earth, to which then Luna showcases her human disguise.
Now remember, we can't be seen, all right? And loose shots will likely cause a panic, so Luna can help with leading targets to a better spot to off them. You got the list, Looney.
Got it.
Oh, Looney, look at you. You look downright awful. I am so proud.
Okay, so I get the joke. He's saying that she looks awful because down in hell, when you say somebody looks awful, it probably is a good thing. But earlier in the video, when Luna was talking about how she didn't do her makeup good today, Blitz says this.
Do you think they saw me? I did my makeup today.
Oh, you look perfect, Looney. Like always.
So, which way is it, Blitz? Are you complimenting her when she's in her hellhound form and then insulting her when she's in her human form? Or are you complimenting her when she's in her human form and you're just saying she looks awful in her hellhound form? So, as you can expect, they start killing off their targets left and right, in which, honestly, those guys probably deserve it because they're being total simps, which is not a good thing, and you should never do that. So, in which they think they're ahead of Arasaka until she basically one-ups them. Now, obviously, I can't show what these people do in response to hearing Verasika's song, but I do want to point out that I actually like this fact that you not only see men with women, but you also see men with men and women with women. So, once again, it's a very nice progressive cartoon. Albeit that's not the most flattering situation to see this happen in. So at this moment, Luna then takes her chance to talk with Vortex a little bit more, and then Blitz becomes more of the overprotective cliche parent, in which in result both Moxie and Millie have to continue the killing spree, and Verasika makes a mistake that's gonna lead to a pretty big consequence. But then Blitz confronts Luna about talking with Vortex, and I think this leads to one of the problems I kind of have with Helluva Boss.
Let's get the out of here. You're gonna get us all in.
I just wanted to see what was so important that you'd be distracted from your job.
What, I can't have a break?
We have a parking spot on the line.
Hey, dude, why don't you chill out?
Why don't you stay out of it? Okay, this is our business. Literally.
Blitz, why can't you stay out of my face for like 5 minutes?
Because I adopted you. And that should mean something.
Oh, what does it matter? You're not my real dad. I was almost 18.
It still counts.
Well, it shouldn't. I didn't need you then. I don't now.
Now, you see, in the pilot episode of a series, you're supposed to establish what the tone and kind of the feel of what this show is going to be about. And with Helluva Boss's pilot episode, it was well established that this was supposed to be taken as a very comedic series. And then episode 1 kind of continued on that fact. It still was very comedic. And then episode 2 came along, and it kind of subverted that expectation because it was a very serious episode with just a comedic backdrop. And then with episode 3, it still was very well established that this was a very comedic episode, but this moment that I'm thinking is supposed to be very serious doesn't really work. It kind of comes in from out of nowhere. I mean, it's sort of established that yes, Blitz did adopt Luna, but this whole thing of Luna blowing up at him just doesn't really fit the feel of this episode, if you can get what I'm saying. Now, unlike Hazbin Hotel, it was well established from its pilot episode that it's supposed to be a very dramatic series with some comedic elements into it, and just a little bit of mystery there too. And also with the fact that Hazbin Hotel, most of its characters, they have something that the audience can relate to. But with Helluva Boss, most of the characters, I don't really see anything that an audience can relate to. It's supposed to be taken as is that you're laughing with these characters and seeing them go on these wacky and crazy adventures. Now, I'm not saying that they shouldn't do serious moments, because episode 2 and as well as episode 5 do play out some very serious moments very well. Oh, but it's kind of hard to relate with any of these characters, and I think why episode 2, which I think is the best episode of Helluva Boss, really worked, is because the characters that they focus on the serious moments with are people we can relate to, which are the Goetia family of Stolas, Octavia, and Stella. So I think Helluva Boss just really needs to work on, if they want to continue with these serious moments, they just need to work on them a little bit better, and go kind of to the formula of how it was played out in episode 2, with the A story being the serious one, being focused on Stolas and Octavia, or if they're going to do something in the future, doing something like that, have it be focused on, like, for example, in this episode, with being Blitz and Luna. And then having the B story being the comedic one with having those crazy shenanigans of whatever's happening on in that part of the story. Now, as evidence with episode 5, they are getting a little bit better with it, because they did play out a very good serious moment, as well as having the comedic side story. So I just hope they continue on that formula if they want to combine both having a serious moment and then as well as comedic ones. But as the result of Blitz and Luna's argument, they kind of separate from each other for a little bit, all the while Millie and Moxie are still continuing out their killing spree, right, until Moxie accidentally gets himself revealed to some humans, but they think he looks like a possum, so as a result they throw him in a beer keg, and then he just gets extremely drunk.
What did you get for heads? I want to kiss him.
And then, as a result of Veroska's actions from earlier, this giant fish monster comes out of the ocean and starts attacking people. And then we get to see how badass Millie is.
She totally pegs you, doesn't she?
So after Millie defeats this fish monster, they confront Veroska about it, and they kind of tell her that if people in hell found out that she was responsible for creating a fish monster and causing havoc within the earth, or she would kind of be in big trouble. But Veroska kind of fires back at them, is that they're going to be in trouble because that they weren't in human disguises, and they could have been easily recognized as demons from hell.
A human called me a possum. I am not a possum.
No.
You know, we could keep this little B-movie scene on the down low if you agree to let us use that parking space.
Fine.
What?
Oh, and even greater news for our main characters, both Vortex and Luna seem to be hitting it off pretty well.
Well, guess it's time to bounce. But hey, if you're ever down to party, I'll give you a ring sometime.
Really? I mean, yeah.
Yeah, my girlfriend throws a ton of crazy hound parties.
Wow. That is really unfortunate.
Put your hands up, you sick deviants!
All right. Get ready to suck a lot of...
I mean, I gotta give that credit to Brassica. I mean, at least that idea is a better idea of trying to get out of going to jail than the Milk Bunny Bandits idea in the Larry Boy movie review.
Hey! 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 Where are we going? You can't do this! I got rage! I got rage! I got rage!
And all of this was for a freaking parking spot. But yeah, that was Helluva Boss, and I gotta say, it's another pretty good cartoon series. Now, albeit, I do prefer Hazbin Hotel to this show, because Hazbin Hotel knows how to play both its serious moments as well as comedic moments very well, unlike in this show, where it kind of just seems to be hit or miss, and and the formula of how they do it can sometimes not really work. And the characters in Hazbin Hotel, most of them the audience can relate to, unlike Helluva Boss, where only a few characters can have a little bit of that relatableness to them. But I think those complaints are very minor, because, as I said before, they are getting a little bit better in Helluva Boss of blending both the serious moments as well as the comedic ones. Or instead, kind of going back to a little bit of that formula that was used in episode 2 of how to blend those together. And as well as that, you don't have to relate to every single character within a cartoon to make it a good show. Oh, it's supposed to be taken as a comedic series with some serious moments here or there. Or it's definitely a series that will make you crack up at the jokes they use. But same problem as Hazbin Hotel, since this is meant for a more mature audience. I mean, you can't involve everybody to watching this. Now, I also do want to mention this because I forgot to mention it in the Hazbin Hotel review. I seriously like the art style and the design of both how hell is depicted as well as each character within both shows, because each character has their specific design, and each different types of demons are so unique to one another. Like some of them being like cyclopses, some of them being snake-like, some of them resembling humans, some of them being more spider-like, some of them resembling cat girls, some of them looking like just normal demons that you could imagine, some of them having TVs for heads. It's just each one is so unique in their own way. Right, and just the art style of hell just really seems to match of how they are depicting this hell. It's just so great. And that was it for the episode review of Helluva Boss. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, whatever the heck you want to do, and maybe hit that little bell icon to get notified when the old school is back in session. But until then, the old school is out!